Well, hey everyone out there, you're watching Wired Up Retro, episode number 73. If you had watched episode 71 and 72, where I was at CorgsCon, you'll notice that I picked up Blaster, and I'm showing this off, really kind of an amazing 5200 game, made back in the 80s. This is kind of a prototype game that never got released back then, but it was found and it's pretty complete. And so anyway, I'm just showing it off on the screen. You'll also notice if you watched CorgsCon footage from our last episode that I was with my buddy Pete Spivak, and Pete has something that he wants to show today, so I won't belabor it. Let's just go ahead and head up to Michigan and see what he has.
Well, hello there, Wired Up Retro. This is Pete Spivak, one of Steve's friends. We're also co-hosts together on the Atari 5200 podcast with Dave, Captain Bob, Glenn's Retro Show, and also our good friend Michael as well. And so I am here today thanks to Steve and Wired Up Retro for allowing me to be a part of his video, sort of a half and half video that we're going to be doing together. Steve and I recently were together in Columbus for the Korgs Retro Gaming event. I did a lot of filming for that video on his channel, and we've done two videos together as well, doing a little side-by-side thing, one at his place in Columbus and one here in the Metro Detroit area. That was about 2 years ago. It's hard to believe. But I'm here today thanks again to Steve for allowing me to do this half and half video with him, because I kind of have a special announcement that I wanted to share with not only the Wired Up Retro people, but I wanted to also share with the Atari 5200 community and the retro gaming community as well. I'm super excited. It is November 8th. It is just after 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in Michigan, and I just received about 10 minutes ago in the mail a very special package, which I am absolutely excited to share with you guys. So without further ado, I'm just going to stop mumbling. I'm going to get into it. I want to let you know though what's going to happen here. That you're going to see two packages. One package that Steve sent me, and the other one that I recently won an auction off on eBay, and that's the package that just arrived to me. I have not opened it. I do know what's in there, or what's supposed to be in there, but my whole point is we're all going to see it together as it goes. I'm also going to open up Steve's package as well in front of everybody. Right now we will start with that one, and I'll do a little bit of explaining as we go along as to what's going on here. Okay, Wired Up Retro fans, so I have pulled out my Atari 5200 collection as it currently sits. And everything is in alphabetical order in this nice little cabinet, which I actually got with Steve when I went to go visit him for the first time when we first connected in the Columbus area. And as you can see, I have everything pretty much as it should be, again in alphabetical order. I like seeing that. Just some boxes at the bottom, nothing serious in the box department. Now I do have more boxes and things like that, but today it's about the cartridges and the original 69. Now what you're seeing here is the game Blaster. That was supposed to be an original release. Let me turn it around for you. It never got released. I just recently got that, so let me remove that. I'm going to remove it because it's not part of the original 69. And then also down here, I am going to remove Xevious, which again was also supposed to be a release for the 5200. I'm not quite sure which number it was supposed to be, but again, since it was supposed to be part of the family, I have it in the family, but again, not part of the original 69. And then, to Steve's dismay, I am also going to remove, it's up here on the T's. To Steve's dismay, I'm also going to remove Game 70. Or what would have been Game 70, and that is one of his favorites, if not it's between this and Defender and Pitfall for Steve. But basically, here is what Game 70 would have been if Tempest was allowed to be released. And then down here is a homebrew called Seamus 2, or Seamus Case 2. And so we will remove that as well. So what we should be left here in this pile of games would be 67 of the original 69. All right, 5200 fans. Well, as you know, some of the third-party games for the system are some of the hardest ones to come about for example, from Activision, like Zone Ranger, Zenji, even Pitfall 2 is pretty hard to come about at a pretty decent price. Some of the other games like Miner 2049er for Big Five Software, and also some of the Parker Brother games like Frogger 2, Return of the Jedi. You know, those are some of the, Mr. Deuce Castle as well. I'll throw that one in there, and Montezuma's Revenge. Some of those can be a little difficult to find at a really decent price to add to the collection if you're collecting for the 52. But in this box, here is something that Steve has actually owned for, I believe, the past year, something that I do not have for my collection. So let's go ahead and open that up together. Okay, so please bear with me as I had to sort of jimmy the setup that we have here. And I will try to open this up, show you what's inside here. Steve has sent me for my collection to borrow one of the harder third-party games to encounter, which he got at a really decent price. There you go. Meteorites. This is his personal copy. I have yet to have this in my collection as my own copy, but he is letting me borrow this. And so that is definitely something cool to have in my hands. So let's go to the case here. And Meteorites, obviously being the letter M, we have to put into the M. So it's probably going to go here between Mega Mania and Miner 2049er. So let's go ahead and switch up a few things. So I'm going to have to move one or two games. Be right back. Okay, so Meteorites has been, there's the top row of A through actually G, that would be Galaxian. That Galaxian came from this shelf and moved up to here. And so Meteorites is sitting right here between Mega Mania and Miner 2049, the gold cartridge, so it's kind of hard to, or the gold label, so it's kind of hard to see the label there for that. But this right here, what you're looking at, are 68 of the 69 games now that Meteorites is on loan, sitting in my own personal collection. How cool is that? This is what 68 of the 69 look like. We are not done. There's a bigger box. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this bigger box here, which is the one that arrived earlier today when I started the video, you can kind of halfway see it. It's a pretty large box. It is about, I'd say like about 14 by 8. Now what could be in here for the Atari 5200 in a 14 by 8 box? And I'm going to try to do this my very best one-handed and hold my phone. I'm not a big YouTuber like Wired Up Retro is. So, opening boxes while holding phones, yeah, not really easy to do. But I'm going to do my best here. Come on, puppy. Just so you know, as you can see, I took off the label. I have not opened this box up. I have not pre-looked at it. I'm just hoping that what I ordered, what I won, is in here. And I'm literally, if you can see it, the camera's shaking. I mean, I'm still shaking from what I've bought. And as you can probably tell in my voice, this is 34 years, folks, I've been waiting for this. 34 years I've been waiting for this special package. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you, hopefully,
Oh my God, I can't even believe I'm holding it. Bounty Bob. Strikes Back map. Okay, continuing. I have now again perched the camera, so maybe the shaking has stopped. Oh my goodness sakes. Inside here, ladies and gentlemen, should be in all its glory. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm freaking holding this! Ah! Oh my God. There it is! The 69th game! I can't believe it! With the map! With the map! With the map! Oh! We've done it, folks. Between Steve and I, because I don't have Meteorites, we have a complete collection of the original 69 Atari 5200. Notice I said we, that's right. I'm sharing this with him, because the next time you see this cartridge, which I'm going to put in my hands for history's sakes, the next time you see this cartridge, I'm sending it to Steve. Not for him to have, but like he's letting me borrow Meteorites, I want him to be able to have the complete 69 like he's allowing me to have the complete 69. We're going to share the complete 69 experience together. He'll obviously send me this back when he's done with it. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Steve and I combined are now, as I'm still freaking shaking, I'm sorry. I'll set it down. We are now combined owners of the original 69. And this thing is absolutely gorgeous. This condition is tremendous. The map, I wish it was packed a little bit better. That's okay, it doesn't matter. It came all right. I would have put it between two pieces of cardboard, you know what I mean? But, oh my God. The map in the game. You can go to eBay, you can find the auction, search Atari 5200, sold listings. You'll find the auction, you'll find out what I paid for it. After taxes, basically, it was over $600. But it doesn't matter. I've been waiting 33 years for this. I saved up the money, and here it is. Steve, you and I, buddy, I have now combined for the original 69 games for the Atari 5200. This puppy is on its way. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next clip you probably will see is this very cartridge in Steve's hand. Well, Wired Up Retro fans, I hope you really enjoyed that unboxing, but I did forget one part of this video. I said that the next time you see the cartridge, it'll be in Steve's hands. Well, hang on for a second there, Steve, because as you brought me Meteorites, and there she sits between Mega Mania and Miner 2049er. Well, speaking of Miner 2049er, let's grab Bounty Bob. And Bounty Bob his home will be between Blueprint and Buck Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you now in all of their glory the original 69 Atari 5200 cartridges. I'll let you know about the two alternate cartridges that I'm missing. But there she is between Blueprint and Buck Rogers. Bounty Bob Strikes Back's upside down, of course. Great label doing job by all these companies. There she is, folks. The original 69. Again, there's Meteorites. All the cartridges. Now, as we stop, I'll stop as we go down. you'll see that I have the one red Minor 2049er. This is the gold labeled cartridge. You can't really see it there. I'm not going to pull it out. But the other cartridge that came out for that is the one that has the cartoon on the front of it. So I'm missing the one with the cartoon on the front, the second version of that Minor 2049er game. As you can see, we got all the more Parker Brothers, more of the great CBS electronic games, and then all the way down to Zone Ranger. So basically from Astro Chase all the way down to Zone Ranger, we are now complete, thanks with Steve again allowing me to borrow his Meteorites. But the other one, this Zone Ranger, also has a second version too. Actually, I think it's either the first or second version, maybe the first, I believe it's the first. It has the silver label. I think the silver label just says Zone Ranger on it, I believe, and then the makers of the game. But this is the black labeled one with the pink on it, which is really a sharp looking label anyway. But those two, I believe those are the two alternate cartridges that I'm missing, if you want to call it alternate basically. But what you're looking at are the original 69 cartridges for this beautiful Atari 5200 system. And I hope you folks are getting as much of a kick out of this as I am. Oh, the family is together, baby. The family is together.
Well, all right, I've received the package from Michigan, and we're going to go ahead and delve into this, see if we can get it opened up and take a look. All right. So this is my original Meteorites, which you've seen before. Looks like it was in good hands, not damaged. There it is, a beauty of a cart here. Wow. This is my first time I've ever seen one in person. Bounty Bob Strikes Back. Now I'm going to put these together with my collection in a different way than Pete did, so it'll be a little different. I think you guys might like this. Alright, so I've got my 5200 collection plus Bounty Bob added in to be a total of 69 games for the Atari 5200. Arranged a little bit differently than how Pete had done his. You can see I've got, starting here at the top of the alphabet, Astro Chase, and then all the way down to Blueprint, and there's our Bounty Bob. Lovely game. It's going to be sad dismissing it from the collection, but I have to do what I have to do. Anyway, very nice collection, all games for the 5200, including my unique Zone Ranger, which has that silver label, unlike Pete's. There was another game that I wanted to show you is a little different from Pete's, and that's this one, Minor 2049er. I have the red label with the printed image on it, which is different from Pete's. I also included my 5200 box, and oh yeah, Gremlins is over here. I haven't taken that out of the box. That actually came from Venezuela, and it's sealed, so I'm going to have to play that on emulators. And I've also wanted to show you some of the 5200 controllers that I enjoy. That's the Maker Matrix gamepad to the right there, and below it is the Pro Paddle 2. I've got the Wicco Command Control, which is here. It's got a cover on it made by Tony Stout. That's 3D printed. Pretty awesome. It's genuine, kind of basically like the 5200 controller stock. I like it. And behind there is the Atari 5200 trackball controller, the CX53 model. Wonderful trackball for the games it works with. It's wonderful. And there is my Competition Pro 2-button controller. It's for digital games. and that's pretty nice. But the Wiko is a little better because it's not just for digital games, it's for both analog and digital. It's really a great all-around controller, and I enjoy that quite a bit. Here I have my Atari 5200 joysticks in a coupler, and that coupler was designed to make things more comfortable if you're playing Robotron 2084 as well as Space Dungeon. And then last but not least, I've got a Master Play clone, which is compatible not just with Atari 2600 joysticks, but with the paddles, or at least one of them. And you can also plug that Atari original trackball into it, and it'll work great on some of the 5200 games that normally won't be compatible or be very good with this particular trackball. Some of the digital games are really excelling when you plug that in to the Master Play clone. And I've enjoyed playing, of all things, Frogger with that. And it's also pretty fun to play another game here with the trackball. That's Meteorites. Okay. All right. So yeah, the 69 video games of the Atari 5200 collection are, wow, this is complete. Pretty awesome. Really nice to have these all together. Thank you, Pete Spivak, for allowing me to show that Bounty Bob with the collection. It's pretty awesome. Well, all right, now is my big opportunity. We're gonna play Bounty Bob Strikes Back, and we'll see how far I can get. I'm thinking this will probably not be impressive gameplay, but I'll do my best. Now, I'm gonna be playing this with a PC controller from yesteryear. It's a 15-pin connector controller for PCs, and it's called the Qtronics gamepad. It's kind of asymmetric. I found this recently, just, you know, wandering around a thrift store. Thought to myself, hey, that might work on my 5200 through this PC to 5200 controller adapter. Sure enough, works great. It's got a nice D-pad. I kind of like it. So, all right, let's get this game going. Okay, so really your objective is to make sure that you aren't just knocking off the baddies, but covering every little square inch of those platforms. Changing their color is what your goal is. Okay, now I've got a little painting to do here. Okay, there's a little spot over here I didn't get. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. All right. And that's going to be the end of it. Yes. Whew. Let's see how I do here. I guess you're not supposed to jump over him. Let's just stay to the right. Oh, he's gone. Can't get up to it. All right. Hey, it was a nice try, definitely. Had a whole lot of fun making this episode today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks to Pete Spivak, who helped me to obtain this game temporarily so I could at least play it and have the opportunity to see what it was all about. I definitely think the game is worth playing. It is a challenge. You're not going to be playing this and doing well on the first day, I don't think, but after a couple of days, hopefully you can get better. All right. So yeah, if you like the channel and like the content, definitely stay tuned, and we'll be showing you some more fun classic gaming for not only Atari, but hopefully some in television in the not too distant future. And I also deal with current day consoles, showing you how to use old school controllers on those consoles. So, you know, for all sorts of different gaming applications, Wired Up Retro is here for you. So definitely subscribe. Give me a thumb up if you like today's video, and if you are contemplating expanding on your 5200 collection, let's hear it. Let's hear about what games you'd like to get next. If you're nearing the end of your collection and you've got just a couple more games to go, what are those last couple of games besides Bounty Bob, which pretty much everyone wants that game and doesn't have it in their collection. If you do have it, you're a very fortunate person. All right, so yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys keep gaming out there, and good luck to you. Have a wonderful holiday season. I'll be talking to you in the next couple of weeks. Take care.